Hey, SoulFire. I know that we've had a great couple weeks in class and a great lesson on why I'm single. I know that we're not able to come to class today, but I would love to still continue to bring you the lesson. So, just kind of a recap on what we talked about in the last couple weeks. We talked about the first lesson was called Conceited, and it was about Abraham and how he valued his own safety above his relationship with his wife. The second week was it's called Cold. It was Ruth had no money, no food, and no rights in society, but she was still able to find somebody to love and have compassion for her, and his name was Boaz. All right, so this week we're going to get into lesson 3, and it's called Crazy. And we're going to talk about the differences between being single and then being in a relationship, and kind of what it takes to bring it together. Being single in a way has its own perks. You have no commitments to anybody. You got your own money. You can do what you want when you want. You can spend your money how you want and where you want to. But when you're in a relationship, some people don't understand or realize that there's got to be some sacrifices made, and there's got to be some stuff that's given up in order for the relationship to work. It causes our mentality to change. We need to start realizing that it's not about us anymore. We have a significant other and potentially a family coming, and so, and very, very similar in between Joseph and Mary, and in Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 through 25, it says, "Now the birth of Jesus Christ was as follows. After his mother Mary was betrothed to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man, and not wanting to make her a public example, was minded to put her away secretly. But while he thought about these things, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take you, Mary, your wife. For that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. And she will bring forth a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins." So right there, Joseph was a kind man. He didn't want to embarrass Mary in front of the whole town. So he was going to make a secretly divorcing her in a way. And he was going to try and make it as easy and as simple as possible. And after so many things, he soon realized that's not what he's supposed to do. So all of this, it's back to verse 22 here. "So all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord through the prophet, saying, Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which is translated, God with us. Then Joseph, being aroused from sleep, did as the angel of the Lord commanded him, and took to him his wife, and did not know her till she had brought forth her firstborn son, and he called his name Jesus." It was similar. It was the same thing for Joseph and Mary. He didn't have a lot of money. He had a really good job. He had a really good woman in his life. But everything was changed when he found out that Mary was pregnant. And he, like I said there, he wanted to make it as simple as possible. He wanted to just kind of not get rid of her, but he wanted to push her away so that he could continue on with his life. And because something like that is it's not easy to take when you're supposed to spend the rest of your life together. So and he was listening to all the rumors, and he was listening to potentially who she got pregnant by, or just what the people were saying in the town, you know. And it took the angel that come to him in his sleep to bring peace to him, for the angel to tell him, you know, she's pregnant by the Holy Spirit, and you know he's gonna be born of a, and you're gonna name him Jesus. And so when he woke up, he changed his mind, and they ended up getting married. In spite of everything that had happened and everything that people had been saying, it didn't matter. He says he still loved her, and he still wanted to be with her. You know, and it says everybody wants to be loved. We want a date to prom. We want to be happy with someone to just go to the movies with us. And most of us dream of having a house with a big front porch, the kids, and a few pets. And we see all the good stuff, the companionship, the joy of raising kids, but they don't see what it takes to make it happen. You know, and when we're married, we're no longer responsible for ourselves. We're responsible for our spouse, our kids, the income that we have. You know, we got to be able to pay. We got to be able to support our family. Got to be able to buy the kids clothes. Got to be able to do all this other stuff, and we got to learn to make sacrifices in order to make those things happen. And the love God gives to a man and a woman willing to sacrifice for another is greater than any so-called love you'll see portrayed in the latest romantic comedy. As the marriage vows state, there are good times and bad. There is richness and poorness. There is sickness and in health. Through all the trials and tribulations of life, you will have a special companion by your side. And all those hardships and sacrifices will grow your love even more. So right there, that is Joseph and Mary all the way. Joseph, they loved each other so much that even through the hardships and struggles that they went through, they were still with each other 100%. And they will grow to love each other even more. And that's all I've got for you guys this week. Stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. I'd love to stay connected with you. If you need to, get a hold of me. I'm available. Stay tuned, and we will keep you guys involved with updates. Love you guys. Have a great week.